What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And as you saw by the title, today we're going to be working on an awesome helmet. I've always wanted to do this. I'm actually doing this for a client, but you know, it's kind of a win-win because I always wanted to do it. We have all the pieces here, so without further ado, let's hop to it. All right, guys, so as you can see here, we have Chainsaw Man's helmet. We have it printed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces that we have to basically assemble, glue together, and paint. We went ahead, scaled everything. It does fit on my head, and I have the client's measurements, so I know that it fits on them. We are very similar, and long story short, it goes together like so and fits on your head. So we have to go ahead, cover it up, paint these red. We're going to have to airbrush our teeth white. I actually enjoy airbrushing more than I do hand painting, so we're going to work on that and get this sucker ready to go. So probably not the longest episode, but come along as we basically get this helmet ready. All right, guys, so it's been a few hours and we did a bit of painting. We have this part, you know, the main helmet painted black. The outside cowls or the covers that are gonna go over his face are still drying, they're red. But now we're gonna just take a quick break from painting and move over to the chainsaw here. We're gonna go ahead and glue these 3 pieces together. Actually, I believe there's 4, I'm missing a piece. I have to go find that, but anyways, I digress. We're going to glue it together with these tiny little pegs, and we're going to be using JB Weld because we don't want this to come apart. Again, I always use JB Weld whenever I need something to absolutely hold. The little pegs here were printed at 100% infill, and I kept them rather short because they're just going to be joining the 2 pieces together, and when you keep it short, they're very difficult to break. They'll bend before they break. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead, glue these pieces together, and then possibly paint the bottom half of this jaw. I ended up reprinting this piece. It's printing right now in the background because I don't like the bottom, the way that it's done. It's just not very clean. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reprint it, and we're gonna reprint it a bit thicker to make it a bit stronger. So anyways, let's just go ahead and hop to gluing the actual chainsaw together. All right, guys, it is officially day 2. I was hoping to get this project done in 1 day, but I guess that was being a little optimistic. But we are on to day 2 of our project. We have reprinted our teeth here because you see the bottom side of this one, if you guys remember, did not get ironed. This side did. We reprinted it in a different orientation. This one I actually printed in this way, like basically with this side down. Didn't come out so well. Reprinted it in this orientation, like so, where there were supports all along the bottom and supports for the teeth, and it came out much better. So we have to paint the rim or the bottom of this black today, and then we have to Bondo our chainsaw to get rid of this little, you know, infill crack here. We're gonna use Bondo instead of, oh my gosh, wood filler, because I don't use wood filler anymore. That stuff is just crap. Bondo works much better. Sand it down, we're gonna spray paint it, and then we're gonna go ahead and try to assemble everything. So let's go ahead and jump over to bondoing, then we're gonna hand paint this, and well, we still have, oh yeah, the bottom jaw outside drying, that's in red, so hopefully we can get all of this done today. So less talking, more work, let's hop to it. All right, so also guys, just another little quick tip to paint the bottom jaw here. What I did was actually use saran wrap and pulled it down over the teeth, so the teeth punctured the saran wrap. And I'm just gonna bring it down here because I wanna paint all this red. Then I went ahead and taped off the sides that I'm gonna paint black. So hopefully the goal is to get all of this red, the teeth white, and the sides black. So that was my little innovative trick that I hopefully will work. I know it should work basically, because we used saran wrap before in one of our previous projects. So just a little quick tip that you guys could try if you're trying to spray paint some very, difficult parts.
Eventually.
All right, guys, so yeah, as I said, we have the helmet completed here. This helmet took a little over a week to actually complete. I was hoping I could do it in maybe 3 or 4 days. It ended up taking longer between gluing the entire chainsaw, the chainsaw together, and then getting the helmet scaled and everything. But overall, the biggest problem was these plates here. The little red mask that goes over his actual face. I scaled everything together, but I just could not get these to sit the way I wanted. And I originally was going to go ahead and close the front here, but in doing so, you would not be able to remove the cowl off the mask. So I opted to just leave it open. That way you could take it off, you could take the chainsaw out, you can take the jaw off. That way everything is just easily transportable. The teeth are actually very sharp. I cut myself a few times on them, so I don't know, that's a pro and a con. But yeah, otherwise it was, a decent project. Definitely one of the harder masks I've worked on. And again, yeah, I printed 1, 2, 3, I think like 4 of these I actually had to print. I printed them on my Bamboo printer, so they took about, I think 8 hours to print one of these. And then I also, wasted the resources painting it. But, it's a learning experience. That's why I always like to at least make one of something before I offer it in the store. That way I know exactly what the problems will be and, can answer any questions that someone who buys the kit themselves can, will potentially run into. Otherwise though, it was, a decent build. I like the way it looks. And yeah, I'm just happy to be done with this one. This one is actually going to a client and, I like the way that it came out. It was just a lot more work than I originally anticipated. Anyways though, thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey for building this helmet. It was definitely a heck of a journey, and yeah, thank you for sticking all the way through it and checking out this episode. If you're curious, I'll definitely leave a link down below for you guys. And until next time, stay boundless. See you all. Bye-bye.